Yeah, welcome. Good mornings. Greetings to everyone. Team IBA, International Blessing Alliance. Good morning to my special friend, Sandra Panto. Kumastaka, I can see you. So we are all excited to be here today for this important conference. I am Professor Leke Clement, a Gold Executive Distributor and a member of the Speakers Bureau of Alliance in Motion Global Cameroon. I am very excited today to be here with you, and I'm more excited because of the theme of this conference. You see, many of us are tied down because one or two unfortunate situations in our lives made us think that we cannot make it. And I want to tell you and assure you today that never allow any unfortunate situation determine your future. We are all capable of turning around everything that happens in our life. All it takes is to do what? Think, and think positively. And you will discover that you will be able to expose your true potentials when faced with challenges. Permit me share with you today my story. In fact, I am always very excited when I share this story with others. I joined Alliance in Motion Global 4 years ago, exactly September 2017. But before I joined this company, I had been a senior chemistry teacher working with government for the past 23 years. Of course, I had a lot of dreams when I joined the civil service, dreams of moving around the world, dreams of having my own dream house, dreams of having a good car for myself. But of course, most of these dreams were still far from being realized after 23 years. So, this blessed morning, as I was going to work, I carried a lady in my car. And along the way, we started conversing, and she told me, "Sir, do you know anything about network marketing? I've had a lot of negative impressions about network marketing." So I said, "No, please, I don't even want to hear about it." And she started laughing. I said, "Okay, wait, when we get to your destination, we'll talk about it." So when we highlighted where she was about to come out, she asked me, "Sir, are you still adamant to hear my request? I wanted to share some important information with you." So, excuse me, I asked her, "What do you want to share with me?" Say, "I want to share an amazing opportunity with you." I said, "All right, I'm listening." So she introduced AIM Global to me very briefly. Of course, this is a lady who just joined the company about 2 months ago. And of course, she didn't have much information about the company. But what struck me more was that she told me this company has wonderful health products. And I have been going through some health challenges for the past 3-4 years. And being a positive person, I said, well, maybe I could give it a try. So what does it take to get products from your company? She told me, "Sir, you have to register. You have to register, become a partner with us, and you'll be able to get the products at an affordable price. I said, wow, that's exciting. Anyway, I will get back to you. I dropped her and I drove off for work. I came back from work. I was thinking about it the whole afternoon after my dinner. I went to bed around 10 o'clock. Then around 11 p.m., I said, no, somebody introduced an opportunity to me. Why not find out and see if this opportunity could be amazing? So I decided to go online. I'm one of those persons who is very inquisitive. I like to study things before I get into them. I like to know what it all takes to be in what you want to be. So I decided to go online. I read about AIM Global, went through the various websites, got contributions from different individuals. And I said, wow, this is a company that I have been looking for. If the company can be legitimate, I had discovered that AIM Global is legitimate. If a company can have viable products, and I've discovered that AIM Global has viable products, products that we all need for our daily life, products that will keep us healthy and strong. So I set within me, I am in. Early in the morning, I called this lady because she gave me a telephone number. I said, please, can we meet at around 10 o'clock? He said, okay, sir. You would like to know more about the company? I said, yes, let's meet. So we met at 10 o'clock. I drove her to the bank. And she was shocked when I pulled out money and registered for 2 accounts. She could not believe it. That she just introduced something to me. She didn't even go into details, and I took the decision to do it all for myself. So I did a registration for 2 accounts. And now I stay away from Douala, which is a capital city, the economic capital city where our company is based in Cameroon. I live in the southwest region. And it takes about 2-3 hours drive from where I live to the office in Douala where trainings are done. So I decided, okay, I have joined the company. I need to know what it's all about. So I decided to start attending seminars from day one. So twice every week, I used to drive to Douala, to the head office. I attend my seminars, get more inspiration to learn more about the products, learn how to use the products, because remember, I told you I had a health challenge. And when I got my products, learned how to use the products, I started enjoying the products. And you will not believe me, within the next 2 months, I was back on my feet. My health challenges were history. And so I decided and took the decision that I am going to do everything to be an ambassador for AIM Global. I will share the amazing health benefits of these products so that each and every one should be able to benefit from the health benefits of these products. So you'll be surprised. 3 weeks after my registration, I said, no, 2 accounts are not enough. I called the lady again, please, can we meet in the bank? I added 5 accounts and I became a 7 head holder. That increased my zeal and my enthusiasm to know more and more about our company. So I decided to take a bold decision. I said I will join the Speakers Bureau. I want to be part of the mission for AIM Global in Cameroon. So, unfortunately, I was not qualified to become a member of the Speakers Bureau because I just joined the company and I was just a simple distributor. But I decided to go to work. And you will not believe me, within 3 months, I became a silver executive distributor. I was so amazed, I was so excited about the business. And so in December, exactly 3 months after I joined the company, I applied to join the Speakers Bureau. I remember one of our international trainers, Segaps, asked me, Professor Leke, do you have the guts? Do you think you have the guts to join the Speakers Bureau? I said, Mentor, I have the guts to join the Speakers Bureau. He said, all right, I will allow you to join the Speakers Bureau on one condition, that you must be able to attain the rank of a gold executive within your first 6 months as a member of the Speakers Bureau. I said you can consider it done because with the enthusiasm in me, I will make it in 6 months. So I went in for the training for the Speakers Bureau. We did a training for 1 full month, was living in the Southwest region, driving to Douala on a daily basis. I was ready to sacrifice because I knew what future M Global has for me. So after the training, I graduated and I became a member of the Speakers Bureau of Alliance in Motion Global. And since then, I have been sharing the message. I have been sharing the good news about M Global. I have built a team of over 500 persons in Cameroon. And I equally have members in my team in Germany, in America, in United Arab Emirates. I've been able to coordinate and mentor this team throughout all of these years. And of course, to come back to the promise that I gave, within the first 6 months doing the business, I became a gold executive distributor. And today, I can proudly say that I am one of the top speakers here in Cameroon. I would like to tell our guests who are present in this wonderful conference today that when an opportunity is introduced to you, don't rely on information that you have heard. Do some facts finding and ask yourself, can this opportunity change my situation? If I don't join, will my situation change? Maybe if I join, my situation might change for the better. So always be ready to give it a try. But as you come in, know that if you have to succeed, if you want to achieve massive success in this, our wonderful company, put as your short-term goal training. Within the first 6 months, for example, within the first 6 months, I should be able to learn and know how the company operates. I should know the company policy. I should master the products this company is offering. I should master the marketing plan of this company. How do I earn money from this company? Of course, within those first 6 months, you may earn money. Fine. You should be excited when you earn money, right? But that should not be your principal goal. Because if your principal goal is to make money within the first 6 months, you may get discouraged and you quit. Because of what? Because the knowledge is not yet there. So take some time, study the company policy, study the company products, study the marketing plan, so that you can be able to do the business with confidence. Of course, one of the fundamental and very important thing you have to do to succeed in this business, you have to look for a mentor. Look for someone who knows the business, someone who is succeeding in the business, and try to copy the person's footstep. Our business is a copy and paste. In fact, I don't hide anything from my downlines. I don't hide anything from my cross lines, because I will be proud tomorrow if some other person can stand up and say, oh, I am what I am thanks to Professor Leke. So we should always be ready to put a smile on the faces of each other. So my vision for M Global has never changed. My vision remains the same. I want to be the ambassador to spread the good news as far as our health benefits are concerned, our health products are concerned, because I'm a living testimony of those products. And of course, everybody likes money. I want to tell you that with all sincerity, that what my job could not do in 23 years, I have been able to acquire in 4 years doing global business. I have my time freedom. I can move around and share with friends. And of course, moving around freely and without any stress, because I have the means of movement, and I know that there are people waiting for me because they rely on me. And that is one of the aspects of life. True happiness comes from the people you assist to succeed in life. It doesn't mean anything if Professor Leke has it all and every other person has nothing. So that is why, as a distributor of AIM Global, since I am benefiting a lot from the company, I decided that every other person who has a positive mindset should be able to benefit the way I'm benefiting. So, in a nutshell, that is my story. And the one that I failed to tell you was that one of my visions had been to visit the Philippines for the Philippine trip. Of course, there are qualifications which are required to have that free trip where you meet people that matter as far as the business is concerned, where you have the opportunity to meet with our visionary president, Dr. Eduardo Cabanto, and the team of VIPs. What a wonderful privilege. Of course, I had been struggling to qualify for that trip. And I want to tell you that I had qualified. I was a Philippine trip qualifier before the pandemic. And of course, the pandemic came in and decided to transform our annual event into a virtual event. But we are still happy because to say every disappointment is a blessing. That opportunity, maybe if I had gone to the Philippines, there are other opportunities that I would have missed. So I consider that by not going for the Philippine trip, it was another opportunity given to me to be able to do some other things which are more useful. So I consider it as a blessing. But I know the pandemic will come to go. And once the pandemic goes, of course, I am sure I will be the qualifier for the next trip. And I'll be able to meet many of the top leaders of AIM Global, many of our partners that I've always been craving to meet. I would like to end here, and I would like to thank particularly my friend Sandra Panto, who have been great friends for a long time. She has been the source of my inspiration from the very beginning. I want to thank her for inviting me for this conference so that I share my story with you. I would equally like to use this opportunity to thank Ate Michel Jengo, who is co-founder to our team IBA, International Blessing Alliance. In fact, IBA was one of the sources of my inspiration because I had multiple awards within my first year as a distributor from IBA. And I want to thank them for encouraging me. And I want to promise that I will continue to do the great job here in Cameroon. Once more, thank you all for listening. And I hope we are going to have more days together, more events, where I'll be able to share with you this time, not just my story, but I'll be able to do presentations to help each other improve in life.